Throughout the year, I've been making changes, all in the name of becoming a better, more refined version of myself. And some of these changes have been tiny, steady changes, and others have been drastic, like moving out of my parents' house. And looking back, it's safe to call this entire journey or era my glow up era, if I can call it that, because I've gained so much self-confidence. I have improved with regards to some of the things I'm doing. I've gotten better at work because I moved to somewhat of a new position, and I've eventually gotten a hang of my responsibilities, my deliverables, and all of that, to mention a few things. There's so many other areas of my life that I'm constantly working on and trying to be better. Some of them I have been successful at, and some of them also, that's the rising sun hitting my face, just in case you're wondering. So yeah, there have been some good and drastic changes, and there have been some that have been very slow and steady. And one of those is with regards to my weight. If you're not new to our channel, you have seen me put measures in place in order for me to lose weight and become a more healthy version of myself. If you're new to our channel, hi, my name is Antwiwaa, and I'm a part-time YouTuber currently living in Accra, Ghana. And on this channel, I share a variety of stuff. I share personal finance tips in order to inspire and help you grow wealth and become better with your finances. I also share personal development tips and hacks that I'm putting in place to become a better version of myself. And finally, I share pieces of my life living alone through weekly vlogs that you can find on this channel every Sunday or every other Sunday. So yeah, there are videos going up every single week. So if you're interested in that, maybe you want to stick around for a little longer and maybe hit the subscribe button if you are really interested in that kind of content. Yeah, so I was saying that throughout the year, I've been making changes to my diet, to my workout, or my lifestyle in order to get to a point where I'm comfortable with my weight and my size, not only aesthetic-wise, but health-wise. Because I believe that in as much as we all like to, encourage loving yourself at any size, which I definitely encourage, which has helped me scientifically, when your body is at a certain weight or a certain size, it may in turn put some pressure on your organs, your kidneys, heart, arteries, all of those stuff, and it may not entirely be safe health-wise. That's what I believe. Please don't fight me if you don't agree with me, but that is my belief. That is why I'm trying to lose weight, to become a healthy size and a healthy BMI, and help me live and enjoy the life that I've been blessed with to the fullest. Do you understand? Yeah, I hate that we have to make these disclaimers when we're talking about weight loss. Anyway, with regards to weight loss in my glow up era, I have made some amount of progress. My body fat percentage has reduced a lot from what it was at the beginning of the year. I did a no sugar August and I saw the changes in my belly and on the scale as well. And I have been going hard at the gym. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me share my workouts. But in recent times, I don't post on Instagram anymore because I've deleted the app because I was spending too much time on that. And as part of my glow up journey, I'm trying to concentrate on other portions of my life that I can't necessarily share on here. But yeah, taking those apps away will allow me to have a little bit more time to do all those other things. So this is how it's gonna work. I'm going to be sharing what I do eat, things I struggle with, my wins, among other things, every single week. I'm hoping that these videos will go up on Wednesdays. Okay, I should probably move back so that the sun is not hitting my face directly. I think people would usually share their weight loss journey after they have attained the weight or the goal that they want to attain. But I am literally sharing my process as a way to also hold myself accountable. So for the very first video, I'm going to be concentrating on what I eat, because if there's anything that has been hindering my weight loss, is the food I'm putting in my mouth, into my belly. I primarily eat a lot of carbs. I love yam, rice, pastries, like a hot meat pie. It's my jam. But I realized that those things are keeping me from attaining a healthy weight. So for some of those things, they have to go out. I'm going to be meal prepping for the very first week. I'm going to be preparing relatively healthy meals that I'm going to be eating throughout the first week, and then at the end of the first week I'll show you how that went, how that affected my cravings, and if that made any changes to my weight or my body in general. First things first, I had to decide on exactly what I wanted to eat for the very first week. Looked into my fridge, realized that I didn't have all the ingredients I needed, and so I went grocery shopping and got some of the things that I needed to get. By the time I got back from grocery shopping, it was a bit late in the evening. So I decided to prep some ingredients, marinate my chicken and my fish in preparation for cooking them the next day.
Heart overhead, and I guess love to watch the way you made me into a mess. Hands on my dress, neon red. You were everything I didn't need until you left. Now I'm dancing around my living room. I get drunk on the thought of you and I, when you were mine. See your eyes in every stranger. I replay the way that we were till I'm high. No, it's not right.
When I was done, I still had some time on my hands, so I decided to make one of the foods I've eaten during the week, which is chicken light soup. I wanted to have something soupy, watery, high protein that I could savor and enjoy whenever I broke my fast. Yes, I didn't mention this, but I'll also be attempting to do intermittent fasting. I'm actually not a breakfast person, so yes, I fast up until like 11, 12 o'clock. I'm trying to extend that a bit because I've heard and studies have shown that intermittent fasting would cause your body to, go into your fat storage and burn some fat, yada yada. If you haven't heard the study, can you Google it? So I'm going to try to extend my fast to maybe 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but more on that when the week actually starts. And voila, you have your light soup. For the next day, I decided to start my meal prep by prepping my proteins first. Here, this is the chicken. I'd love for it to marinate for longer, but I ain't got time. Don't have enough time. Ooh, this is the fish.
I'm not gonna lie, daughter has gonna yagi, her french fries. My lady popping Jenny, other lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? You're in my area, keep on heading if you want, I drive it like a night. I'm Bango. Cutting my hair, I just keep going though. Sobrang come me squats, I non-stop. Kelly, New York, puro miro, hop on. Drive out and riding bars, money berry, counting gobs. I do what I wanna do. Good night, money one, none and cool,
Okay, so I'm done with the proteins. This is what the fish looks like. I think maybe I'll just do better next time, but all this is the garlic, ginger, pepper mix on top of it. But I had to taste this to make sure it was well cooked, so that's why this portion is gone. So yeah, this is enough fish to last me this weekend, even the weekend. This is the chicken. The sauce got burnt a bit, which is sad, but I think the actual chicken, yeah, didn't burn. It's just fantastic. I'm gonna put these into bowls while I do the other portions of the meal prep, which should probably be like vegetables. Yeah, I'll move on to vegetables and accompaniments next. So I'll just prep the veggies and the fats and maybe the carbs to go with these for the rest of the week. Yeah.
Just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I net flow. got 잡은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my barrel. Yeah, I'm feeling first class. Yo, don't cash flow. Ooh, pop it on my glass. Ooh, pop that pass. Ooh, smoke that gas. Cash play, blackjack. Monkeys on my pick. 100, 200, multiply. Dollar sound, smile, lullaby.
I wanted to have a little bit of carbs for starters because I didn't want to drastically remove the carbs out of my diet. Instantly taking carbs out of my diet didn't work for me in the past because by day 2, day 3, I'd have wild cravings and then I'll end up binging on so much carbs. So that's not going to work for me. So the plan is to include tiny portions of carbs with every meal so that I can still enjoy my carbs but in very tiny portions, and I can slowly teach my body to not hold on to the carbs or not crave huge amounts of carbs at a particular time. So that's the game plan. With that in mind, I got some potatoes when I went grocery shopping, so I decided to do a potato veggie roast, if I can call it that. Okay, I'm done washing and cleaning my veggies. I'm going to be doing somewhat of a roast in the oven. I have a little bit of foil. This time around, I want to retain all my flavors, so I'm just using the foil instead. I'm going to chop my vegetables up in chunks, and then I will spread them over the sheet. Before I put my vegetables and potatoes in there, I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of olive oil. This is the one I'm using. I picked it up when I went grocery shopping yesterday, so I want to eat enough good fats during the process. So now I'm just going to put this in. So I'm pretty much making a mix that I'll be having with my proteins. Do you get what I mean? Next thing is I'm going to sprinkle my sweet potatoes in there. I'm using 2 medium-sized potatoes like this. Next thing I'm going in with is my onions. I'm using 2 bulbs of onions. Okay, next we are moving on to the pepper. This is literally the last carrot in my fridge, so I'm just going to add that to the mix as well. I forgot to pick up bell peppers yesterday, so that's like an L on my part. Pity. I also want to go in with a little bit of garlic, like just maybe 1, 2, 3. Let me add a third one. I'm going to go in with this much garlic to add a little bit more flavor to my mix. I chop them into tiny pieces. It could be tinier, but this is fine for me. And I'm just sprinkling that over this. Next, I'm going to add some salt, some Himalayan pink salt or pink Himalayan salt, however you choose to read it, onto this for a little bit of taste. Then I'll add 1 cube seasoning. Okay, 1 is a lot, so I'm just going to pour the rest of it. I promise I'm not wasteful, but I didn't gauge that too well. Just a little bit more olive oil. To bump up the fat, I'm going to add a little bit more butter, just like chunks. This thing is frozen. Going to add Just chunks of butter sprinkled around. Before you cringe, my diet is a bit higher in fat and low on carbs, so don't cringe at the amount of butter I'm putting in here. And that's it. I'm going to pop this into the oven and we'll see what it looks like when it's all cooked. So I'm making some pepper sauce from the leftover mix that I used to marinate my chicken and fish. I like to have some pepper sauce in my fridge that I can eat with, stuff. I use as an ingredient if I'm making something else. So that's what I'm doing. So I just put the pepper in here. I'll add a little bit of oil. I already added some oil, but since I added more pepper, I'll just add a little bit of oil. And a little bit of spices as well. And then a little bit of spices. And then I'll let it cook for some time so that the water dries out and it's a little bit more thick than it currently is. And then I can eat that with pretty much everything. Talking about eating this with everything, I bought this when I went grocery shopping yesterday. That was the first time I'd seen it in the supermarket. It's acheke. And I've never cooked this. I usually just buy it from, one of the restaurants that have it and then eat it. But I really like this thing. It is usually served with fish, which I have. I just grilled my fish. So I have this. I'm going to attempt to follow the directions and then I would cook it. But acheke is primarily made of cassava, as you can see right here. 100% cassava. I had no idea. So yeah, this is definitely a lot of starch, but I'm going to make just a little bit of it so that I can have a little bit more variety, but also get a little bit of my carbohydrates in throughout the week. Include is lettuce, some onions, some fresh tomatoes, and I fried these sausages. And my magic ingredient is suya powder. If you don't know what suya barbecue seasoning is, you're missing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to describe it to you, so maybe Google it and then we'll take it from there. So I'm going to sprinkle this. Yeah, it's too much. Yeah, I know I'm adding a lot of fat. Yep, that's it. This will probably be like 2 servings. I just needed to make one mix in a big bowl, so I don't have to like do it over and over again. I want this to stay as fresh as possible, so I'm not going to mix it. I'm going to leave it like this. This is a late lunch at work for me. Okay, so now that every single thing is ready, it's time for me to dish out my foods. I bought these bowls. I think I bought 7 of them because I wanted one for every single day. I got the one that had some compartments because I wanted it to help me with my rationing. So that is why we have this. So let's lay these down and get ready to dish out the food. Okay, so I lost a little bit of footage, which is very irritating. So you can see that I've made some progress. But basically, I started out with my potato and vegetable mix that I put in the oven. Came out like this. And I said that I'm going to be using these bowls because I feel like they'll help me with my portion control. So the protein will go here and the veggies will go in here and maybe some fat will go in here, right? So for this one, I decided to put some chicken in here and put the vegetable potato roast in here. It's mostly vegetables with a few sweet potatoes, and I use a lot of olive oil and butter in here, so I'm guessing that will make up for the fat. Now I'm going to switch it to something else. This is how the acheke came out. It's a bit soggy. This is not a great thing, but I'll just do better moving forward. So for the acheke, I'm just going to put a bit of that in here. For the acheke, I'm going to be having that with my fish. So just break it in 2 halves. I like my acheke with some pepper, so just have like a tablespoon of that in here. Now we have 4 bowls, which is not looking bad. And that is pretty much all the food I prepared for the very first week. I'm hoping that I can stick to eating those foods and those foods alone. I'm hoping that I can fast for the period of time I said I was going to fast for, and actually be disciplined enough. Next week, I'll share my measurement, my starting weight. Hopefully, I still don't think I'll be comfortable sharing my current weight because it's not something I'm proud of. But we'll see about that. So I'll share my measurements for sure. I may share my current weight, and I'll share how a week of eating healthy and clean went for me. So do stick around if you want to follow me on this weight loss journey, this glow up diary, glow up series, and we'll see how a week of eating everything I prepared goes. Otherwise, there's a video right here that you can check out next, and I will see you in this particular video. Ciao.